Oh my god. As blind as bat. Alright. It's been a gorgeous day. It's been like a series of like really rainy and just nasty days, so excited to be out. Na 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 na. Good. Man, this bike, the MT-07, oh man, Jesus Christ, it's fun. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does and it doesn't. It depends who you are and what you're interested in, but the lack of power is sure kind of made up for by amount of torque and amount of fun. This bike is not only more torquey, it's also lighter. It's also more flippable. The wheelbase is smaller than my previous bike. Jesus Christ. So, where was I? Yes, the lack of power, and that's quote unquote. I'm not, you know, it is not a unpowerful bike at all, but compared to other bikes, it's a 689cc parallel twin. So it is not a leader bike, nor is it meant to be. It's a completely different bike. It's perfect because the amount of power, the amount of torque is kind of calibrated for city riding. It's so much more fun and it's so much more entertaining. And at the end of the day, you know, that's what motorcycling is all about. Animalistic. There we go. Ooh, big hole. Man, that was a fun ride. Guy did not want to make a right turn. He wanted to keep going left. But enough about the bike. I'm going to do a full-on review, but I just can't help but share how excited I am about it. And every day is just kind of like a new adventure, because I still haven't opened this thing up to its capacity because I'm still breaking it in. But that will be a fun day. Go, come on, don't turn. Where you going? Plaza Hotel. Goodbye, Trump. So later this week, I'm gonna get my my fender eliminator put on, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, the fender is so large and so intrusive, and the bike is very pretty without it. It's a small, zippy bike, you know, looks according. Just approaching the West Village, Greenwich Village. Really fun down here. The streets don't really connect. Like, there's a lot of named streets and they're all running like diagonals, kind of like a spider web, which makes it interesting. But if you don't know your way around here, it's very easy to get lost. There we go. Out of the saddle for that one. Washington Square Park, everybody. The famous arches. NYU right behind it. It's so sad that this is like, actually, when I think of this area now, I think of I Am Legend. That movie does not define this neighborhood. Actually, I think of Kids first. That movie, Kids. If you haven't seen it, it's well, it's quite depressing, but good movie. Good movie. The one thing I don't like about this bike, like right off the bat, is the turn signals are terrible. They're designed to break off if they get tipped. But the problem is they're so loose in there. Idiot. Oh my god. As blind as bat. So frustrating. So many people without licenses do not know how to ride. And you know what, to be honest, when I was on my Indian, it wasn't a problem because the bike was so heavy that I just kind of I didn't have to move, you know. But with this bike, it's a lot lighter, and if anything was to happen, I too would be very sorry. So now I have to be a little more mindful. Not that I want to crash into anybody, but there's a sense of security with that other bike. It's like, you know what, go ahead, do whatever you want to do, because it don't matter. Yeah. Typical city stuff. The thing I like about this is the feeling of the engine. It's kind of slappy, it's kind of tinny, but again, not in a bad way. It's in a very, like, it has a lot of character. Like, now I understand what they mean by bike has a lot of character. Having ridden this, the FTR, the BMW, the 300cc I got, this is not a fair representation of BMW, but that bike was just kind of like, it ran really well and smooth, and that's great, but it just didn't really have this. Like, you can kind of hear it. It's very unique. Like, that acceleration and that, especially when you downshift and you rev match, it just feels great. It feels fun. It feels like a toy, but like a very reliable toy. Like, you know, it's really nice, and that combined with the flexibility of this bike allows you to just kind of throw it around. It just feels wonderful, puts a smile on your face, and that's something we all want, you know, with the motorcycle. Something I lost touch with because I bought the big boy bike, and it's pretty fine-tuned, or not fine-tuned, but it's refined. It was a refined machinery for, you know, a 50-year-old who perhaps has had his share of sport bikes and has had a cruiser and just wants something in between. That's perfect for someone like that. But for me, I'm so new in my career, it was really it wasn't the most ideal choice. The beautiful thing is, insurance paid for the whole thing, you know, the full coverage, and I basically got to rent it for a better part of a year and a half. So I had many fun times with it, and I do kind of miss it, but this is a whole nother story. Harley. See, that is something I could not do with my Indian, because if I did that with my Indian, I would likely be hitting 100. This bike is nice and manageable because you're not going to yeet yourself into non-existence. Wonderful thing. And that's about it, guys. That's my commute to work today. Oh shit. Jesus Christ, they're in a fucking rush. I got 2 days off. Hopefully get out for a ride both days. That would be absolutely wonderful. But right now I'm headed to the basement, gonna do admin stuff. It's my admin day. Oh shit.